All right. Oh, update the
embed code.
embed code. Oh, it did?
Beautiful.
All right. Sorry,
It's still
guys.
the same. It should still be the same.
10 seconds left in the fight.
We dropped
Garbrandt
again.
celebrating rightfully with Cruz going for a low kick. A leg sweep. Yep, that's it, folks.
Well,
Wow. Garbrandt's a new champ.
Garbrandt
he,
is the new
I believe
champ.
this is enough to take the belt
Watch the
from the
decision
champ.
go to Cruz.
Dude,
I did. Anthony, do you think this is enough to take the belt from the champ?
For sure.
In
Oh,
yeah.
my opinion,
for sure.
Yeah.
They say you got to beat him. I think he beat him.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
Deservedly so. Outclassed.
He just looks like a more brute.
Dude's got heavy motherfucking hands for 135.
Yeah, he does.
And he's a pretty
just seems
motherfucker,
to-
isn't he?
Yeah.
And he banged Paige Van Zant. My dude.
What happened with that relationship?
Banged who?
PVZ?
No way.
Van Zandt?
Yeah, I follow her on Snapchat. What's up, girl? And for sure, a few different times he was in bed with her.
I love it.
The champ fight's up, so let's talk about our champ fight picks.
Yo, hey,
The champs are here.
I gotta take a piss real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty. Well,
How cool is it that that little dude is there and Garbrandt? He said, "I want to see you win the belt," and now he's there, and Garbrandt's gonna get it.
so the guy, he beat cancer, right? He's not-
Yeah, that little dude beat cancer.
Yes.
That's the thing, though. People can beat cancer, but, like,
It could come back.
I feel like it always comes back and they still die.
Nah, you got a good thing. You know what? It shakes the game up. It's always good
Yeah.
for the game. It's always good
Yeah,
for the
it
game.
is.
So let's talk about what you think for the next fight and why.
Yeah.
Well,
What do we got for the next fight?
so Ronda Rousey versus Nunes.
Yep.
I think, I mean, I hate Rousey, but I think she's going to win. And because, I don't know if you've seen her weigh-ins or her pictures prior to the fight, she looks to be in the best shape I've ever seen her in. Yeah, Rousey.
Does Nunes look
But-
so much in a better, I mean, in a worse
Well, I actually,
shape?
Mr.
Actually, you're
Garbrandt
right.
takes
She
the
wore
cake.
that
I haven't paid-
lioness
Dude,
I haven't paid attention
UFC
to it.
headgear.
undisputed bantamweight champion of the world.
And he's 11-0.
He had a fantastic fight.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, it was definitely a tough fight. But he got the better
yeah.
of the fight.
Definitely. The effort was there. The smarts were there. He goaded Cruz the entire fight. He brought the fight into him.
Wow,
used
put
this. Used
putting the
the
belt
little-
And his
the
son is
cancer
the new
patient.
UFC. Yeah.
I love
No,
it.
that's a cancer
I love
patient
it.
that he supports.
I love it. This kid is something else, man. When you fight for something that's greater than you,
Yeah.
you're more likely to succeed because you give up your own personal benefits and beliefs for something greater than yourself, for something that you can only carry and support, but you cannot beat. You know, because this kid beating cancer is greater than any title that you can ever have. You
Yeah.
live. You live.
You hit him with some big shots, stunned him, and he recovered very well. Were you surprised by that?
Sorry, guys. We're listening to the post-fight interview. That's why we're a little quiet.
But they're definitely
TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt.
son.
That's a call out.
Angela.
All right, stream's fixed. Totally solid. You guys are live.
After watching that performance, I'm a little surprised that
Got Thomas.
Cruz beat Dillashaw.
No, Dillashaw beat Cruz.
No. I'm surprised that Cruz beat Dillashaw after seeing this performance.
You think Dillashaw can beat Garbrandt?
I do.
You think so?
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
so.
really even match.
It's pretty close. Senk, what are you doing?
Let me take this call real quick. That's a hotline. It's all good. That's why he's taking it. It's a hotline. She's coming over later.
It's the fiance.
He's cupcaking right now. Like, hey, baby, don't worry about it. I'll be over later.
Like the camera this way. I mean, the screen this way.
Or we can stop streaming for just a few minutes.
Well, what you got on this next fight, though? We got this Rousey coming up right here.
That's
She got the arm bar. I'm sorry. Who is she fighting?
Nunes.
Nunes. Nunes got some knockouts, though. She got some skills.
She's
Both
got
of
a
them
few.
got skills.
She's lost to.
What do you think?
She's lost to questionable people.
That's why I'm asking.
She got.
It's like, what do you think? I mean,
She had lost to Kat Zingano, who Ronda Rousey steamrolled.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of questions there, to be honest with you. But she does hit hard. I think she just caught Misha Tate, and that's how she won. But I feel like right now, seeing in the as good a shape that Ronda Rousey was in,
Yeah.
she just.
I heard she looked huge.
She's
Just
really trained for this.
big.
So
Like,
I just can't see Amanda Nunes winning.
yeah.
But
I mean, obviously, we haven't seen Ronda Rousey with knockout power. I mean,
well, there's been
obvi-
one fight,
yeah, one fight.
but
One. That's one.
yeah.
It was the
A
most
knock-
gangster knockout, though. She
Not-
dropped her
not-
on the
exactly,
straight out of
not-
Compton side.
Not to discredit her knockout.
All the memes that
But,
came from that.
yeah.
were
Oh, it was the
fucking great.
greatest.
But for her one knockout, like, is that gonna compute over for the Nunes fight? Is that gonna compute over for this afterwards?
Yeah, I think so
or
because
what?
that came
We'll see.
from. We will see. But that came
well,
from training with.
I mean-
and she's training with mainly a boxing trainer right now.
Well,
And
I
I don't
asked
think
questions.
she should keep training with him. She
I-
should have left that
She
camp.
should. And then that's another point to bring up is that I think
For the last fight, I feel she was.
She lost the last fight because of her stupid ass
Definitely.
coach.
Is
The
she,
guy's
is
an
she still
idiot.
with the same coach?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a legit boxing coach. Don't get me wrong, but he's not an MMA coach.
But that's boxing.
yeah,
Like Glendale
Take a
Boxing
break.
Club.
yeah. I mean, that guy's trained world champ boxers. He's legit.
Who's
man.
his most accredited boxer? Do you know?
I forget the name of him. I'm gonna have to Google it. But he's a legit guy that he's been on HBO and shit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was a world champ or at least a contender for sure. Top 5.
I don't know. I mean, I think she should have got back to her roots.
She should have. Well, I mean,
She's not a striker. The way this is
Yeah.
how she wins this fight. Pressure against the cage. If she's gonna make the advance, she needs to put her against the cage, take her down, armbar.
Yeah.
If she tries to stand in and trade with her, she's gonna get knocked the fuck out again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Nunes, she's a heavy puncher.
She's dangerous. And like, not only is she dangerous on her feet, if she catches you a couple times, she'll catch you in a submission like that.
Yeah.
I think 2 of her last 3, it was beat down to submission.
You know, part of me would be a little happy, honestly, to see Ronda get KO'd and she'll retire for sure.
Done. Bye-bye.
But
You can't come back from that.
yeah, no.
Baszler had no business being in the UFC.
Oh, did she beat Sarah
McMahon?
McMahon? I don't remember that. See, Sarah McMahon is someone I was a little disappointed with. She's being a silver medalist in the Olympics.
I don't think
Wrestling?
she
I expected bigger things.
she never developed an MMA game. You know what I mean? She never had any type
Yeah.
of striking, and she just always tried to grapple. And unfortunately, as much as like wrestling and jiu-jitsu and all that is real dominant, you can't rely on just that
Yeah.
anymore. Like, not anymore. The game has evolved way too much.
Right.
Like, there's too many skill sets that people have to just rely. Unfortunately, that's why Uriah Faber kind of faded out.
Yeah.
Who's the most complete female fighter in the UFC?
That's hard to say.
I would say
And that's my point. The
well,
game has not
it's hard to
advanced
say.
itself.
But I'd say, I mean,
Well,
maybe
for
Cyborg.
women's MMA is a lot different.
It's
Yes, no, women's MMA hasn't.
It hasn't evolved the
evolved
same.
as
Yeah,
well.
it's not.
They're still like
Because
right
they're
behind.
trying
10
to
to
be.
15
They've
years
all
behind
been
them.
trying to be Ronda Rousey for the past 5-6
Yeah.
years.
right.
You know what I
She's
mean?
not a complete fighter, in my opinion. And I love her.
I don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Here she comes. What's
Here's your
up?
girl.
Here's my girl. Yeah, looking mean as fuck as
I
ever.
mean, I get it. I
I
love
love
her.
it.
Don't get me wrong.
I love the intensity, man.
There's
Like you
Edmonds,
just don't get
Tarverde,
that
and
out of a lot of
Yes,
people.
space.
agreed.
That guy's such
She's
an idiot.
badass.
I don't know
There's no-
why she stays with him.
Edmund,
Yeah.
Riverside CA.
Even
the number
since
one
Travis
place
Brown
badass.
started training with them, his career's gone downhill.
I don't think he's he's a good boxing coach, but he's not a striking coach. He doesn't know kickboxing. He does he's not knowledgeable in any of that shit.
No.
Just throwing punches.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
not what she needs to do.
Her mid game's gone up because they show a lot of videos of
He
her.
can,
hitting-
yeah,
at her
she can
back,
hit
dude.
the
Look
shit
at her.
out of submits, man.
Look at her back and shoulders.
Yeah, she's jacked.
Yeah.
I don't know
She's
what
fucking
been doing.
jacked right now.
She is Jack.
You know what? It doesn't matter what she looks like. I need to know
Ladies
what
and
her
gentlemen,
mind is like.
Comment your thoughts
yeah,
on the Rousey Nunes fight.
BRBs.
Yeah. We're swapping out. All right, so let's talk about this.
Yes.
I don't know what you do for a living. What do you do for a
I'm
living?
a database programmer.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
SQL.
MySQL? Or just SQL?
Well, SQL Server.
SQL Server, yeah. So you work on a lot of Windows machines.
Yeah. Yeah.
You poor son of a bitch.
Well, I'm the back end guy anyway, so it's not a big
It's
deal.
true.
I love it.
So what
it's
do you-
interesting.
What are you feeling? What are you feeling here? You're
So
feeling
here's the
Rousey, right?
One thing about me, so because I'm a database
Oh, here we go.
manager,
Okay.
Stats seem to just stick around in the back of the head. A lot of stats about different sports. It's
Right.
Just,
Of
I'm
course.
a data guy,
I love logic.
Yes.
Yes.
Logic is everything.
Logic is the ultimate argument.
Exactly.
There is no
You know,
argument. It's the
math-
answer.
Math is the universal language.
Yeah, that's
And
absolutely
logic
true.
is the language of math. So,
Totally correct. I 100% believe that same
Oh.
thing.
likewise, I've seen you code already for 2 seconds, and I understand.
Yep.
Long story short,
I don't know what's happening.
Ronda
I
Rousey just made her
give
way out.
the
We will
advantage-
see what happens.
I give advantage to the champion. She's
Nunez?
holding onto the belt.
That's fair.
And as all night long, I've never counted out anybody in.
My
any
only
fight.
counter argument would be she didn't go through Rousey to get the belt.
True.
And that home fight was a one-punch lucky knockout. Because it wasn't exactly luck. Let's give credit where it's due.
Right.
Holm had a great game plan,
Agreed.
but Ronda Rousey had a terrible game plan.
Agreed.
That's the
And
other
she
side
fell
of
into
that.
the hole.
Yeah.
She fell into the hole that she was digging.
So I feel
while I give the champ the advantage,
right.
ultimately I think Ronda Rousey gets her.
I think
gets
that
her
this is going.
championship
If
back.
Ronda Rousey beats her in a 3 or more round fight, okay. If it goes anywhere past 2 rounds, Rousey is going to be stronger than she's ever been. In order to do that, to fight this girl into the 4th round is going to take a lot, especially being off for 7 months,
Oh, yeah.
not having been in the spotlight or being in part. Not even.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know she was coming back onto this card until last card, like
Right.
or 2 cards ago or whatever
yeah,
it was.
Likewise, likewise.
I had no idea. So I was like, okay, she's been training for a while, but she looks determined. The thing is, Nunes has not, is this her first title defense?
I believe so. Hey.
Hey,
isn't
Anthony.
this-
Is this her first title defense, Nunes? Yep. She
I
won the
believe so,
title
right?
last fight,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so Misha Tate, I remember that. The Misha Tate fight, she absolutely destroyed Misha Tate. There was no, I don't think Tate was even prepared.
Yeah, I don't think she was.
And
I
Misha
think she
Tate
was
held
in the
it.
fight.
And Misha Tate held it for super short after beating Holm in that. What she choked her out. I can't remember if
Correct.
she choked her out or what it was.
The title's just been changing hands.
Changing hands because
that's
of
what I'm
that.
saying though. But
The
you got to
game is
remember that
underdeveloped.
that talks about the division itself. Like,
Right.
is the division really that tough? In order, it keeps changing hands. Now Nunes, I think, is
Well,
tougher.
it does say the division's deep, so.
That's true.
Yes.
The
I still think
women's-
Rousey has the upper edge in terms of just her ability to assess the situation a little bit better.
I agree.
I think that last fight gave her some perspective, really, on like how she should approach.
If
the
it
fights.
didn't humble her, she's gonna lose. If it didn't humble her, she's gonna lose. And
Right.
if it didn't humble her,
And that's why
she's not
everyone's
a
so
normal
concerned
person.
is because she's on a media blackout, so nobody knows her mind
Right.
state.
Right. But it
So
has
if she
to
comes
happen.
out as the killer she was before,
she has
first round armbar.
to, listen. She has to be even more,
But if
even
not-
sharper, even better, even more prepared.
It's got to be precise.
And less gullible. to fall for the home trap or trap of her opponents that they set for her. So I think that she's learned enough, and while
Hopefully.
I give the champ the advantage, I think that Rousey gets her belt back.
Does a
One
media
inch
does a-
reach advantage for Nunes. I didn't know that. And 1 inch height.
I mean, that helps.
No, but does the media blackout tell you something? To me, that tells me that
Is she
she's-
weak, or is she just saying I don't
No.
want to deal with it like Connor didn't want to deal with it?
No, because Connor said he wanted less media. He didn't say he wanted it completely blacked out. Like
Connor
nobody
needs
could
the
interview
media.
her. So to me, that tells me that she's like
Fragile
and weak.
I think though, but look at it this way. I think she was
Or
always.
she wanted to focus.
She's always had a vulnerable spot because she's the only woman who has ever achieved what she has achieved at this level.
And nobody that's in this position has had the type of coverage or media or anything. That's why Dana's like, she's our biggest seller. Connor thinks
No.
he's the
No,
She's-
no.
she's
No,
exposed
media,
like a
well,
nerd.
Connor-
maybe pay-per-view,
Yeah,
but that's-
Connor.
yeah, but
no,
what-
but how much media has Ronda Rousey brought?
Yeah, but
She's
no,
been
but
in
what
movies,
matters to the company?
Swimsuit, like
Fast and
Sports
No, but what
Illustrated.
money? No. But what makes the company more money? Conor McGregor
She's
does.
managed by WME. They get a percentage of everything she does.
Listen to
Guess
me.
who owns the UFC?
The money is
I guess-
W
with
M E.
UFC being in every
see
article
that.
of every featured fighter or any story or any news that makes.
That's why
the
she got
forefront.
away with it.
All right, here we go, ladies
Right.
and gentlemen. Bruce.
In my opinion, the reason she got away with the blackout because she's managed by WME, and they own the UFC.
I'll give
Can
you
we
that.
can we give a cheers to the last championship fight being announced?
Oh,
by,
yeah.
Mike
Oh,
Goldberg.
Goldie.
Oh, we should
going
talk
out.
about that a little bit.
Dude,
Yeah, we should.
What
So-
do you
definitely
think? So
should.
why
Rumor on Reddit is
he's leaving or who's replacing him?
no. Why?
Why he's leaving?
Rumor on Reddit is that Ronda Rousey didn't like the way that he called her last fight.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead serious.
Because of who she's managed by, which we just talked about. And so
Bam.
what ends up.
That's bullshit.
But if that's the case,
I don't know if I
lose
believe it.
full.
I don't either, but it was a story that was reported in the Reddit that was from someone else, but like I didn't do all the research, but that's what the story is saying in Reddit.
The
This is gonna be.
did you hear who the top contender, the rumored top contender is to replace him?
Rome?
Yeah, Jim Rome. To replace Mike Goldberg. Do you know who that is?
Of course I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm not a big football fan, so I'm like.
Jim
who the fuck's
Rome is
Jim
legendary.
Yeah, I think his.
I mean,
I
does
don't know
he
that he's. I
know-
agree
does
with
he
him,
know,
but he's
uh,
legendary.
I think he
Oh,
would
he's
not
just
fit
a- Is
this
he MMA
position.
knowledgeable?
I don't think he would be good
Is
at
he
all.
knowledgeable about MMA?
I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna be great.
Let's
at
get
that
Brendan
level.
Schaub. Brendan Schaub, Joe Rogan pair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. UFC would never bring Schaub in.
No.
Yeah.
Hell
They'd be
no.
like, Schaub, fuck that guy.
They'd bring him in just to tell him to fuck off.
It don't matter. Schaub is like, fuck you guys. I make way more money anyway. I don't need your bullshit ass job. He left the UFC. He was like, now I make more money, so fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all because Rogan told him, like, you're not going anywhere, bro.
Joe Rogan.
That's kind of. Well, it's kind of dick move, but it's worked out for the best.
Yeah.
But, I mean, think about it. Would you tell your friend, like, look, you just keep getting work? Like, I don't think you
Right.
have,
It's time
Unfortunately,
to take a better opportunity.
I don't
for
think
yourself.
you have what it takes to be the champ.
All right, everybody. Fight's about to start.
Oh, shit. Yeah, here we go. Fuck everything else. My girl's on.
Does Ronda get dropped?
Dun, dun,
immediately?
All right. We got to keep a running tally.
Oh, no hand touch. No glove taps.
Nunez went for a leg kick.
She
and a
got
punch
jabbed
and
fucking
a jab.
pretty hard.
The first
Ronda
new
count.
Ronda
blood's
looking
gonna be
stiff.
on Nunes.
Ronda's looking stiff. Ooh, not good.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, not looking good for Ronda.
Oh, she recovered. She's back. She's all right.
No, she looks lost.
She looks lost. She's about to get fucking
Ronda
KO'd.
looks lost. Again, tag.
Ronda Rousey is barely hanging.
Yo, she's just trying to
Oh my
grapple. She's getting
goodness.
tagged.
Jab to the mouth.
Ronda, stop trying to stand with her. What the fuck?
For real. Ronda's getting. Oh. Night. Bye, Ronda.
Rocked, y'all.
Ronda's going to sleep. That's it.
Ooh, another one. Ooh,
Night.
she's
That's
hurt.
it.
She's hurt.
Oh.
Oh, it's
it.
over.
Damn, son.
Damn, it is over. Ronda
Ronda's
Rousey's-
out on her feet.
She has no idea what she's
So, for those of you who are not watching, Ronda Rousey took about 15
Hey,
punches to the
that's a
face.
TKO and new blood.
Hey, new blood TKO.
My gosh.
Wow. So we
My
see
gosh, we're all
Ronda Rousey
wrong.
just got.
That's the end of Ronda Rousey.
That's the
And
end.
Nunes doesn't even have a scratch.
So that was Ronda Rousey was standing up. She took one punch, then she took about 2 more straight to the face.
And then like 10 more.
And then, but at that second, after the third punch, she was rocked. Then they started, she tried to get in close, and she just rained punch after punch after punch. Nunes, to give her credit, she was nailing every punch.
After that first jab
1,
landed,
2, we're watching a combination, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 straight punches before she finally missed one. And she missed one on her own. It wasn't because Rousey dodged it. And then she got 3.
Ooh, that's
3.
5.
Why was she
Hey,
trying to
guess
stand
what?
with her?
Hey, guess what? Everybody, Edmund is the worst fucking coach there is to be with.
Fire him.
Watch. Which one of it? Hey, who in MMA trains with Edmund is on a winning streak?
1.
Nobody.
1 to the ear, 2 to the face, 3, 4, 5.
Not only like
6.
What kind of
7,
game plan was
8.
she thinking?
She got 8. Nunes got 8 straight punches where Ronda couldn't even get her hands up in time. She was getting
Wow.
absolutely
Ronda is
blasted.
fucking
She's
done.
bleeding. She is completely bewildered.
that's all Edmund. That's her coach right there.
That's almost sad to watch.
She's just a tiny-
She got beat.
That was
down.
embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
Like is that,
That was
like who else
worse.
do you
That
blame
was
that
worse
on?
than the home fight
That was
because
worse than the
of
home
all of this comeback stuff that she's been talking about and all the training she's been doing.
She's back.
This is a complete failure for the UFC marketing team. Everybody is just
Yeah, well,
completely
not only
livid.
that, like, you see all the
They
previews
weren't
and
giving
stuff?
any Nunes coverage at
No,
all.
the whole commercials was nothing but Ronda Rousey, like, making the comeback. She's going to get her title and this
Well,
and
that's
that.
how-
Ronda Rousey doesn't even look like she knows where she is at this moment, and she's too ashamed to even look up.
Holy
She's crying.
She is crying.
that was
You can see it in her
horrendous.
face. She's all bright red.
I know it feels surreal, but it feels like a burial.
Dude, she got lit
Oh,
the fuck up.
she's done, bro.
That's
Done.
Feels like a burial.
She's not coming back.
She's retiring.
Yeah, she's not coming back.
They'll give
She
her a
already
couple
she
more
already
shots
said
if she
this was one
wants,
of her last ones. Now she's done.
But they're not gonna give her like
Not
she
even an
walks
exit
out, not
interview.
even,
Done.
not even a
Well,
hug
that's
or a
bro.
high five.
I love her, but what a fucking cowardly fucking move.
Yeah.
You can't even say like you can't even.
Because it was such an inflated ego that came from fabrication.
Let's listen to the king.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on, the king's
Kill us.
speaking.
Turn your mic.
Did you see
What
those
happened?
hands? Boom, boom, boom. That's for the second time. That's how you prove that you beat Ronda Rousey. You have some fucking hands.
Yes.
You got hands, you'll take her down. Yup. She ain't got-
Wow.
She didn't have shit
That
against
was,
Holly.
That was such a I was not expecting that.
That was-
No,
That
me
was a
either.
complete destruction. I'm not going to loss of
She got
words.
destroyed,
I'm at a
man.
loss of words right now.
I'm
Look
going
right here.
to. I'm going to compare.
Sorry, guys, we're quiet because we're listening to the post-fight
So
interview,
it's
Wow.
a case of I don't think that it was a case of her not having a game plan. This was pure rust. She got hit once in the face and she was like, oh no, and that was it. She got knocked immediately. She couldn't even put a defense up. She was completely rocked from that first punch. 7 months off, not
Yeah.
fighting anyone.
A
She
year.
is completely.
Yeah, but she fights
A year,
every
I'm
day
sorry,
in
a year off.
practice. And look, this
But
is
they
like
don't
Tito
hit her like
Ortiz.
that in practice.
This is like Tito Ortiz. The
No,
game passed
she's
you
not.
up.
She's not sparring in practice right now. I bet. I bet she's not sparring.
She has
Most of the MMA community is not sparring.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of them are not
wonder-
sparring anymore.
she
A lot of
sucks
them
as far
are.
as-
She should have.
Nah, you know what it is? She needed to not be with fucking that camp. That camp. And I'm telling you, dude, Edmund has done nothing for any. His only victory was her, and
Why
that
did-
was literally just her having more skill than any other girl in that class. And now they have they have all the skill sets to beat her. Clearly.
Why did he? Yeah. Well, the thing is she tried to stand with her, and I think if she tried
Again,
to lock
why
up,
is she trying to stand with people who are like strikers? She's not a fucking striker.
Ground and pound.
Edmund? It was because Edmund Tarvadian.
He's a fucking idiot.
She wanted straight grappling.
He
She wasn't
probably gave
prepared
her that
for
game
boxing.
plan. You're stand in front of her and fucking box. You're not a fucking boxer.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
if
you
she
went
even-
you went to the
it didn't even
Olympics
look
for
like she
judo.
was boxing
Stick
because
to
she wasn't
fucking
even
judo.
protecting.
No.
She wasn't even protecting herself. She was standing there like this, expecting her to try and just feel it out
Yeah.
and then go for the grapple immediately. That's what her whole game plan was. The second she started coming in close and hit her right in the chin, that was it. She was stunned from that second on to the point where she got knocked out, where she was like, I can't believe we're boxing this out. Like,
I
this
have
is
so
not-
many texts and messages. Ronda's dead. She's done
I'm
retiring.
actually getting a bunch
Dude,
of texts.
I'm getting blown up.
I don't know.
Everybody, because everybody knows, like, I love Ronda and
I
I'm
don't
a
know
fan, so
about,
it's like, she's dead. Oh, bro, she's done. She's exposed.
Hey, I don't
Like,
know
yeah.
about
I can't
you
even
guys?
believe that we actually get to.
I'm not disagreeing with anybody, by the way. She's totally exposed and she's retiring.
I don't know.
She probably won't. It's probably in the back of her mind.
I think she's probably afraid to
don't
get
know,
knocked
I-
out again. She is probably afraid to get
Remember
knocked
what I
out
said
again.
before the fight started? I was like, I'm not worried about her. You guys were like, she's in the best shape of her life. She
Oh
looks
no, it was
cut up. And I
no
was like,
mentally.
it's not
It was
about her.
always
No, I
it
did
was
bring it up.
always
though.
mental.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I bet you if there
where's
was
the-
interviews, you could have seen it.
We
But
all
remember
said
I
it.
mentioned because there's a media blackout, we have no idea what her state
What
of
a
mind.
little bit more. She was just. It was like a hint. Like, hey, look. There's this Brazilian chick. She's fighting, and then Ronda's fighting her. You know what I mean? Like, it was like so. There was like a hint of her. It was like she's Brazilian. That's all you know.
Right.
And she's the champ.
Right.
She's the champ, and she's Brazilian. Oh, and she beat Misha Tate.
Right.
And then Misha Tate retired after she got whooped in the next one.
Dude, unbelievable. But my sentiment stands from the get-go of this show tonight. The women's game is 10 to 15 years behind the men's game. It's
Yeah.
very tumultuous and very interchangeable
Adam,
and amiable
turn
at this
this down.
point, and we don't have a complete female fighter yet. And I'm not sure if Nunes is it either, but for now, she's holding her crown. You know, it's almost like either the best one on the feet or the best one on the ground is the champ, one way or another. But we don't have the best one both ways yet. My man, love you, brother.
See you, man.
You too. Always a pleasure, man.
Thomas. Good seeing you as always.
Wow.
That's the way I see it. It's far from wrapped up. The women's game.
We got some people leaving. We're gonna get back to this little wrap up here. 'Cause we can't just finish on like, all right, we're out, bye.
But wow, Jesus. I think
I'm kind of at a loss for words for that.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
definitely
saying.
like did
I-
not
the only thing
expect
I'd
it to go that way.
the only thing I take
Maybe
away
a
from
little
this
bit,
fight-
but damn, that fast?
It was kind
My
of
gut's
like
been
a
good
night of
tonight.
upsets.
Oh, for sure.
It has.
It
And
was.
I'm the guy that's been saying stuff about
What's crazy is I'm normally
And
on
you
the
guys
other
are
side
more
unless it's like Ronda. I
Yeah.
totally was like, I got Garbrandt, but I think Cruz is just probably a better fighter. But I wanted Garbrandt to win.
I always go for the underdog. My father is the one.
Yeah, well, I could kind of see when Garbrandt first started coming up. I'm like, dude, this is gonna be the next big thing right here. And then
Knockout,
sure enough-
knockout,
yeah, and then
knockout.
sure enough, shortly afterward, the UFC hype machine got right behind him, and,
Right.
and then he got the title shot. But I'm like, whoa, this is way too early, man.
A little, yeah. I think he could have used another one, but man,
But
I get
credit to
But
UFC
apparently
for
not.
guessing it right. You know, number 5 beats the champ. You know, and we were
or
talking
credit
about
to
during the
UFC
fight.
for riding the right hype train.
I mean,
True.
look. The
They've been
matchup was
striking
right.
gold.
They've been,
lately.
yeah,
The
they
matchup
have,
was right.
they have been doing it right.
That was
I
good.
mean, Garbrandt, you
That
had
was
Connor before that,
Ronda was one.
Ronda.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
No, they. I
Well,
mean,
you have to do that, especially in the fight game. You can't just be talented. Like that's the awesome thing about the NFL is like all you have to do is be talented, and then people flock and start watching. But
Right.
it just doesn't work that way, and not
You
even
have to-
boxing.
you have to make a name for
or
yourself.
MMA and fighting.
Right.
It's like it doesn't matter if you're like the best and you're fucking beating everybody up. Like you have to stand out and fucking have this personality and sell pay-per-views because
no, it's
just
true.
being the best, it's not what counts.
No, you have to sell.
Yeah, you have to sell.
You can't just win.
It's a prize fighting sport.
You
It's
said it,
strange.
You hit on it earlier when you said it was about overall entertainment value.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's
So yeah, I mean, yeah, like I was saying, this isn't just a sport. It's
entertainment.
I agree. 100%.
That's why Chael Sonnen sold. That's why Connor sells. Like Nate Diaz. All those people are like, "What's up? What's up? Look at me! Blah blah blah. Whoop his fucking ass. What's up?" Yeah.
I'll set up a it's like Joe
And then
Namath all over.
boom. Now Nate won't fight for less than $20 million. He said, "What's up?
Yeah,
Show me the money."
that's pretty amazing.
Later.
I mean, we've been watching this thing.
Yeah,
for a
I'll
long
let you know.
time.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want Uber down, I'll pay for your Uber up.
Okay, that might work. I might get on board with that one.
Yeah, no, Nate Diaz to come from where he came from, where he is right now, is pretty miraculous. to say the least.
Mister, I'm gonna go to jujitsu so I get a burrito.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
was that Nate or Nick?
Nate,
Nate.
because Nick, he was training for a while and he started like choking out the old dudes, I guess, like the older guys, and so they would come and pick him up and take him to jits, and they'd be like, oh, like Nick would be like, come on, Nate, like let's go. And then after class, they'd train for a couple hours. They'd buy him a burrito from like this food truck.
Yeah.
He was like, that was the whole reason I went was just for the burrito. He's like,
This guy, man.
because he's like, my mom worked, so she'd bring home sandwiches. We ate a lot of cheese sandwiches, lettuce sandwiches, just like
Dude,
random
from that same
peanut butter.
From that same interview, with what I was the most shocked
with
about?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
No. When he when they're asking him after he won the Ultimate Fighter, and he got like a $30,000 check. Like, dude, that Ultimate Fighter is such a fucking ripoff.
It's
Yeah,
such
So
a
it
joke.
is.
so you win the show, you
You get a $100,000 contract.
like you get $100 contract, but that means within 3 fights in 1 year, it all equals up to $100,000.
Right.
Isn't that fucking
So
crazy?
you paid like.
And so not only that, so they gave him a check initially. I think it was like 30 grand. Or
Yeah.
something. But after
And
taxes,
he was like, I'm rich.
but after taxes, it was like 16,000. But look
Right.
but this is the point. He was so stupid. Nate Diaz is so dumb. He thought he was fucking rich. So he goes down to the fucking dealership. He's like, man, I want this Cadillac. He's like,
He
I
bought
want
an
this brand new.
Escalade,
He's
right?
like, no.
Or he tried to buy
He
an
tried
Escalade.
to. He's like, I want this fucking Escalade, like the best one you got. He's like, all right, well, how much money you got? And he's like, I got this check. And it was only like $17,000.
Oh my fucking god.
He thought he was gonna buy a car and then go buy his mom a house. Like,
They're
how
not the
can you-
brightest guys. I love
How
them.
can you be
I fucking love them.
like
but
he's
they're
like 20 years old?
$17,000?
Yeah, he's like 20 years old at this time.
Well, like maybe.
Well,
you can
he-
use
I
some
think
of
he
this
dropped
for,
out, like, his
closing
sophomore
costs
year or
and
some
shit
shit
Yeah,
like
but
that.
like, how can you be that fucking stupid? It
not
just
finish
shocked
high
me.
school.
But now, yeah, I know.
$17,000 would
No,
set
even
you
if
up
even an
for a
8th
house.
grader or 7th grader would know that.
Yeah.
Here's 16,000. Go buy a house. in
Common
it.
sense is not
Hey,
common.
No.
I don't know how many of these I
Knowledge
gotta
is
keep trying.
power. Hey, hold on. Knowledge is power in America.
Oh, for sure.
We don't teach our people shit. Because you know what? The difference between you and some rich motherfucker is what he knows and what you don't. So knowledge is power. What makes you think you know anything? Right?
Oh shit.
Right?
We got
like
Aesop's
going-
fables over here.
It's like we're getting deep.
It's not even going deep. It's like 1 plus
Saying,
1
is this,
equals 2 and the sky's
wait.
blue. But, you know.
Is this dropping
Here
knowledge?
comes Eddie.
Is this a dropping knowledge?
Here comes Eddie.
You know? And that's where it is.
Tower 7, bro.
Fuck you, asshole.
Dude, he tried to do that in the last one where they were doing the fight breakdown. He tried to hijack it and talk about some government shit.
Every time.
Every single time.
You know how we do it.
Yo, so this Phoenix card. Are you in
Yeah.
town for that, Hector?
I am.
Are you trying to
but
go to
I'm
it?
gonna have my son.
Oh, all right.
So-
I'm going. My brother bought me
Yeah,
like
I
a
know, I
$200
know.
ticket.
Yo, Shevchenko versus Pena?
Shevchenko.
Okay. I'll let you. Yeah, you fix that one on us.
I got you. Rodriguez
So
Pena.
he goes like, I know that
Pena,
Eastern European
Bermudez,
fucking.
Korean zombie.
I can't wait for that
Zombies
one.
coming back.
They're
Dude, the Korean
random.
zombies are
Against
shit.
Uber
That
Mudez,
was my
though.
favorite fighter. He stopped fighting because in South Korea,
Oh, he had to go to war.
every
Oh,
male
sorry.
is mandatory. You spend 1 year in the military.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
how it is.
military, yeah.
So he quit.
In the
A lot of
whole
places.
world.
Yeah. Is that
Wide world. Everybody serves a year in the military, but not in the United States. Y'all motherfuckers never heard of that shit. So yeah,
I tried.
That's why
Well,
you better
I
respect
I had two
your
big
military.
Well,
tattoos.
Respect
I think
your
that's
military.
when you're in like in smaller countries where you're hurting for participants.
Yeah, people.
You
that-
gotta force
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah. you
South
do.
Korea isn't. It's
People
like the
stick
size
together,
of.
we're
It's
a
like
team,
half the
you
size
know,
of
it's Team
California.
America.
Oh, what was that the fucking third time,
It's because
Anthony?
he tried to steal my beer.
That's on my beer.
No, it's not your beer. See how I was here all by myself, and you just came and invaded my space?
All right. Well, any closing words, fellas?
Ronda Rousey's done.
Holy shit.
Wow. It's where
This
I'm
is,
going.
dude.
It's what I'm
I
going.
wonder.
A fan.
So when
One
she,
of her,
when
like,
she, well, listen to this.
I've been
when
the
she
biggest
first,
fan, and
the
she's
first
done.
time, the first time she lost,
It was
all
like,
the memes
oh,
came
shit,
out, and everybody
yeah.
wanted to laugh. But I think this time,
Done.
it's kind of sad.
Eye-opening.
She got
was
destroyed.
So I don't think anybody's gonna. Well, I could be wrong. We'll wait till tomorrow morning.
Nah,
but I don't think memes.
she's
are
got more
coming out. Like,
haters
nobody's gonna
than-
make fun of her.
She's
I
got
think
like
everybody's
she's
gonna
got more
watch this and be
haters
like,
than
"Oh,
Brady.
They're gonna
shit,
make
that
fun of
sucks."
her because
Her and Brady are like right
Oh,
there.
for sure, dude. They're gonna take one of those still photos of her being all shocked with a red face, like,
Just
like,
bing, bing, bing.
like-
You know look, how many times
like
did she
when
get tagged?
reality
4 or
strikes
5
at
times in a
some
We
row.
counted, we counted
That was-
5
that
in a
was
row,
a-
and then
Those
we
are
counted
5
8.
different
That,
memes.
that looked like a freaking mismatch.
Bro.
5
It
different.
was
There's
a
a 5 different
horrendous
memes.
Right.
beat down.
It's almost like she needed to rebuild her career from that last loss. Giving her a title shot against a ready fighter was too soon. Too fast.
Yeah. How
But
many
she was
times?
the rightful person to put into this fight, so I don't.
Not really.
You don't think so?
Here's
Who, Ronda?
look
no,
at the
not enough. Well,
look at the way look
I
what they
mean,
did to
who
Joe.
was
Look at
supposed
what
to-
look what they did to Aldo. Aldo got knocked the fuck out. Sorry, Connor pieced out of that division.
But we were just talking about how deep that is and how.
well, no.
shallow
So
it is.
to answer your question, is what they do in boxing, when a fighter takes that much time off, you always have a warm-up fight. They
Always.
never.
You never
come
go
back to
right
a
back.
championship fight.
After a
But
year
the
off,
problem with the UFC, they do that all day of time. They've never given a champ
There's-
that's been
but
off
there's
forever
no
a
real-
warm-up fight. They come straight to the championship fight or the number one contender fight, and it always, well, not always, but
Not
a lot of the
always.
times
Well,
it ends
it
badly.
backfires.
a lot of
Right.
that comes down to because the ranking system is
Watching
such
her get
shit.
her ass beat.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Ooh, she's
Like,
so
the ranking
bad.
That
system-
replay is
Do you know who makes the ranking system?
Ooh.
The press.
The press, yeah, they like vote on it.
The press.
Which I guess, I mean, I think that's how it's done in boxing as well, isn't
But
it?
also,
Well, boxing
they don't
has,
actually.
But boxing has like some deep, old school journalism that's been around for a long time.
And they actually have
Yeah.
real rankings. Like,
yeah, like Ring Magazine, like
and
the
they
people
do,
that
they
Ring
do
Magazine
real
crown the
matchups.
champs.
They do real matchups. Like,
Yeah.
okay, number 1 is fight number 2, and 2. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
not 5 against the champ like
Yeah.
we just saw. Which I mean, it works
they're-
for money wise and
Hey,
pay-per-views. No,
right.
I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, but in boxing, like, there's an actual like hierarchy of how you
I
fight.
Yeah.
agree with everything you're saying. I agree.
Like, and it's really
They're-
strange that
No, because boxing. I'm sorry. The reason I'm saying such simple things is because boxing is a lot more structured because it's been around longer. But UFC is
failing.
more of like a free structure. Boxing is like England, and UFC is like America. man.
Problem is, the
Like,
problem,
we
the
make our
problem
own
is
way here, you know. Fuck your metric
that's a
system.
good. That's a good.
they did a
Yeah.
study last year about the number of boxing gyms that exist now versus the number of UFC gyms. And there was, I think it was like 10, 15 years ago, there were 26 boxing gyms in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now there are 2. And
No shit.
Yeah. And there's the UFC gyms have
And then-
exploded.
yeah.
It's the exact
Everywhere.
opposite.
Or MMA
there were
gyms.
because
2,
they've
any
encompassed
MMA, yeah.
boxing.
Any MMA, yeah,
Because
exactly.
you go to any UFC gym, MMA gym, there's boxing there. So all they did was swallow up that fucking
So
market.
it looks like the infrastructure is where it's at. So that's why UFC is doing better than boxing. Is the infrastructure stronger? Is what you're saying?
Because Dana White hoard out the UFC like a motherfucker.
But I refuse to
I
believe
mean, you
that
say Dana
the
White, but Dana White's a
international-
minority owner. He didn't
But
have
he-
the say to do these big things.
But he was the one making all the moves. You know that.
Or
Yeah,
he
it's
was
probably
just,
true.
or he was just the scapegoat.
He was
for the,
no.
be
He was the
frontman.
one. He was the mastermind that got the Fertitta brothers into the UFC to begin with.
Yeah.
So they're gonna trust all of his moves. Like they okay, they almost lost a bunch of fucking money because of him. But then it just like flipped like that, and it started bankrolling on him, and then they sold it. So I mean, I'm pretty sure that Dana was a lot like behind a lot of the shit going on in the UFC.
Bro.
As why the underground references him as the bald father.
I mean, look, dude, to take that from the bottom up, and him and he had me watching UFC on VHS tapes.
Oh yeah, I was a
back
guy,
in the 90s.
and
you know.
everybody had one of these. I was a guy that would go and rent VHS tapes from Blockbuster, or actually, it had to be some hole in the wall rental place, and I'd go get all the UFCs, bring them
Oh,
over, like,
yeah.
hey guys, sit down, you need to watch this. It was like Kevin the Monster Randleman, freaking slamming people around.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace.
Yeah, for real. How long ago was that? A couple of years
This
ago?
past year, I think.
Was it
That he
last year?
died? Yeah, I was like,
Was
like
it this
within a
past year or the year
I
before?
want to say a year or two. No, like under 2 years.
Randall
It was
and
2015 or
What
16.
a joke this looks like now. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rousey's done. Well, at least
Demolished.
hopefully she made some smart investments, and she had
She's
to have made
getting-
at least 10 million of this fight. So
God, you
I mean,
never know.
she
Like
said,
you guys said, the Diaz brothers tried to buy the mom a house and a fucking escalator on 17.
no, but
No,
that's different though. That's when
this
you won the
chick
Ultimate
has
Fighter.
made way more
Ronda
money.
Rousey's been making millions for a while.
Yeah.
So, but
She was
no,
in
no,
the Fast and
so
Furious.
now,
Fast
no,
and Furious.
but now this was back in the
And
day. But
Entourage.
now Nick and Nate, they both make millions per fight.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they're loaded now. But I'm just saying, I'm
Also,
happy
thanks
that
to Conor McGregor.
it's very true. But Nick landed the $1 million contract with GSP when he fought GSP. So
Oh, yeah.
he was already making money.
Oh yeah,
But Nate's making way
Nate-
more money.
Yeah,
than
I was
Nick.
gonna say
But
Nate
it's
never
funny
made
because
anything
it
like
should
that
be the other way
until
around.
Tell me the list of the people or fighters in UFC who have made over $1 million in their.
there's
In
probably
one,
like
in one fight.
in one fight maybe 5.
Nothing more than that.
GSP probably.
GSP,
GSP.
Conor McGregor.
Diaz. Oh yeah, probably.
Okay,
I guess.
well,
Because
let's go with
of-
the obvious.
You got McGregor, Diaz,
McGregor, Diaz, both Diaz brothers.
Rousey's, both Rousey.
Rousey,
So that's 5 right there.
that's
GSP.
5.
GSP.
We already said GSP. I think.
John Jones.
No, we started over Jones,
Jones.
Silva
Anderson Silva. Brock Lesnar.
for sure. Brock.
Liddell? Did Liddell?
Oh, yeah, Chuck Liddell for sure.
Wait, like made in
You
one
sure,
fight?
Chuck
Yeah,
Liddell
one fight.
Are
At
you
least
sure?
$1 million.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pay-per-view points. Even
I didn't
Quentin
think he
Jackson
got
made.
that big
Yes.
when he was.
Oh.
No, listen to me.
Are
Look
you
at.
talking about overall or just?
No, one fight because
Are you
they would
saying- yeah,
get
from
they
the
would get
UFC
they would
though?
get small pay-per-view points. Now what the big thing is with Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, and Conor McGregor specifically is they got bigger points and they actually make like close to 20 million a fight. But like the Chuck Liddells and those guys back in the day, they probably cracked maybe $1 million, but they probably sold almost as much as Conor McGregor and them did, so they got fucking ripped off, you know. So it's kind of swing. The tides are swinging a little bit, but not really. I mean, you have to be like a big fucking superstar. Like you got to be Ronda.
And
You
you're
got to be a
still-
Ronda, Brock, or Conor, and those are the 3 biggest stars of all time.
But
As
compared
far as
to
pay-per-view
boxing,
sales go.
You're still at a very minimum of the spectrum.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Because Floyd walks out there, runs around for fucking 36 minutes, and makes 40 million.
What is different though?
I
Boxing.
have no doubt that if Conor was to fight, I have no doubt that if Conor was to fight Floyd Mayweather, he would knock him on his ass. I have no doubt about it.
If it
because
was a
I think
street
I
fight.
think that
In a
Floyd,
boxing match?
Floyd
I don't
Mayweather
think
is
so.
Floyd Mayweather is not the kind of guy that takes a lot of punches. He's not the kind of guy that takes a lot of hits to his face and gets knocked
Connor
out.
is
Like
not.
Conor
Street fighter
McGregor.
boxing.
Connor is not an aggressor.
Connor's
Street
not an
fighter
aggressor,
boxing.
but in that fight he would have the size
There's no
advantage
way.
and the reach advantage.
Look
So-
at
If it's a boxing match,
no way.
If it's a
Mayweather
straight up
wins.
boxing match, I think that
Mayweather
Conor would be
wins.
able to take a lot of the damage that because here's how Floyd Mayweather works, right? He plays a lot of dance around, take a lot of shots, and then he jabs in between what
He
you're
don't take
doing.
no shots.
He doesn't aggress.
Yeah, he
he used to aggress.
Mayweather's like
He's
every time.
Him
You're
and
like, you don't
Dominick.
get hit.
Him and Dominick Cruz are like kind of real similar.
He's a dancer. He doesn't get hit.
Yeah,
He's
he
a-
does though. He does the long.
he's like-
he
We
gets
did
the
just.
long like
He's
that.
like a never,
hold
never,
on.
never, never
We
get
did
hit,
just see what
one
happened to
jab,
the number
one
one
point.
dancer in the UFC.
Yeah.
True, but that doesn't translate.
No, it doesn't.
Think-
It's
well, I mean,
completely
think about
different.
this. Just let's take a step back and think about this. Now, think about how amazing of a boxer Manny Pacquiao was, or Canelo is. Like they just go out there and just
That
put
Canelo
people
fight
on their
was bullshit.
asses, now, right? Now, imagine them boxing McGregor. They would both beat him. Now, remember when you watched Canelo fight Mayweather? Mayweather completely put a clinic on him. Like Canelo never really landed a punch.
I wouldn't say not
No,
a clinic,
he barely
but
ever landed a
he-
punch.
I guess
and
if,
Mayweather
if
fucking.
by clinic you mean he avoided everything he threw at him.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
give you
And he still
that.
landed some punches. Watch,
All
pull
right.
up a
Some
highlight.
punches.
I'll
Pull
give
up a
you that.
highlight video and watch it. I'm
I'll
telling you
give
right
you
now.
that. I'll give you that.
And it really puts into perspective how good Mayweather is.
It does.
Now,
good.
but they're
Good at
two, but they're
avoiding getting
two
hit.
very different sports.
Agreed.
Now, if it was an MMA match, then yeah, I would agree with what you're saying.
Floyd gets starched.
Same.
Yeah, but it wouldn't
Just
happen in a
starch.
boxing
But
match. I
But
think
the other side of that
Conor
is-
McGregor would embarrass and KO'd within 2 rounds.
Maybe, but I also think that Conor McGregor holds most UFC fighters don't aggress because they're afraid of getting caught and beat instantly.
Wrong.
So, you don't think so? That a lot of people hold back and like try to gauge their opponent before they engage their strategy.
Well, no, they do that in
Well,
boxing.
What I'm
That's-
saying,
that's in every-
boxing,
yeah.
sure.
It's a feeling
but
out process.
McGregor is the kind of guy that's taking a shitload of punches. So I feel like Mayweather wouldn't be able to
he
knock
doesn't really
him the
get
fuck
hit that
out,
much.
even unless it was
He didn't get hit.
repeated
He
punch,
really
punch,
didn't
punch,
get
punch,
hit
punch,
until
punch.
the Nate Diaz fight.
I think
Yeah.
that Conor McGregor would give him a shitload of trouble in the first round or two, but if it went any longer than that, it would be a fucking knockout by Mayweather. Because
Yeah.
I think that if he
No,
can get him with that early
okay.
power,
I'll give you that much. Well, he has a puncher's chance, and it'll
Yeah.
probably happen within the
But
first 2 rounds.
McGregor
if
would have to
it
be
were to happen.
McGregor would have to be on the move, constantly trying to be the aggressor, and that's not his game. He's a counter puncher, he's a textbook counter puncher. You throw
Look,
something, he's like,
There's
whack.
right, but there's no defense for a jab, and if you willing to get hit and take punishment, you just jab at your opponent. You're overpowered them.
Freddie Roach said it's your
Mayweather is
most
not the
valuable
overpowerer,
tool in boxing.
and Conor is, and he would just come into your fucking face. If we take the gloves off and these knuckles count, McGregor's the winner. If we take it into the dance, foot movement,
Of
goading
boxing.
you in, turning around, and catching you in a Olympic style boxing where I catch 1 point and then you can't touch me, can't touch me.
They
Mayweather
changed
wins
the
the
rules
fight.
all day.
Mayweather wins the
recently,
boxing
but-
match any
but I
day.
get what you mean.
Mayweather wins the boxing match any day. Conor McGregor wins the UFC street fight,
Yeah.
where it counts more.
well, that's obvious because Mayweather only has one
And every
bodyguard,
time
Mayweather
Dana-
has 7 bodyguards, and McGregor only has 1.
And every time Dana says that McGregor would whoop his ass in a boxing match, all he's doing is just hyping McGregor, trying to sell shit. And people are so silly; they buy into it. They eat it up. They're like, "Oh my God, McGregor, Mayweather, it's gonna happen!"
Never.
Like it's never gonna
They're
fucking
both
happen.
actually. It's brilliant.
I don't know what to say.
It's
It is
brilliant because they're
brilliant.
both using each
They're
other.
using
to,
each
like,
other to
Their names
be-
are in the spotlight.
Like
So if Mayweather, if
I
Mayweather
wish I could see
decides
the
to come back,
DMs.
yeah, which he I'm sure he will.
Right.
And do a rematch with Pacquiao or even take some other low-level fight. His name was out there in the media and people were thinking
He
about
was
him.
still current
Yo.
in their minds.
Yeah.
Right.
How much you want to bet they're in each other's DMs? Like, yo, let's talk some more shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's
yo,
like-
I'll
it's
whoop
like-
your ass. You're gonna slap me. I'll
Right.
kick you in the fucking face.
Listen,
like,
I compared to Drake and J Lo. J-Lo's she's just
J-Lo's broke?
Bro, no,
No.
he's
Oh.
Drake.
Listen,
Drake
she's
is
not
dating
broke.
J
She's
Lo.
broke
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
I heard
attention.
about that.
Yeah.
She doesn't have enough attention. So it's like, what's the next move? And
I
people
thought
just get
Drake and
together they
Rihanna
just
were together.
Yeah,
get
actually,
some fire going. 'Cause this
unfortunately,
is good
I
for her.
know I've read about this. So apparently, she got super pissed that this is happening in the media because
No way.
that's where it's coming out from, not from him. It's just media is reporting all this, and so because of that, she's just like, "Oh, thanks for telling me." That was a good.
But look,
You're talking about Rihanna.
her name.
there was
when
some
you-
article about it.
Whether it's positive or negative, and you're in the media, you still on
Media's
in the
hard, man.
spotlight.
I feel like I would be one of those people that would be like, "Nope, stay the fuck back, stay on your sidewalk."
Oh,
Like,
it's
I
tough.
would not be that person, and I would probably wear hats and sunglasses all the time. And
The mustache.
I just don't want to be pictured like I'm so clumsy. Like I would be falling on my ass all the time, and so they'd have pictures of me just like eating
It's
shit
gold.
constantly,
It's
like
gold.
just like scraping my face
You
on
will
the
never be
sidewalk.
president.
Joe Rogan for president, 2020,
Anyone but orange face.
Oh, I'd vote for him.
all day.
Anyone but who won. We got problems.
That's how it goes,
Oh, man.
Rousey loses, and
It's
now we
fun.
got
It's
Trump.
funny because this is one of the lesser fights I cared about, but man, I'm still kind of like feeling it right
I
now.
know. Like,
Yeah,
it
I'm just in
totally-
shock,
it was like,
man.
It was.
Me too.
It went
I'm in shock,
completely
and I
different than
feel
I
so
expected
bad
to
for
go in
Ronda.
both ways.
Remember-
I feel like our faces were like,
What?
Dude, I know I was
feel
telling
like
you guys.
Louis Smolka felt on the scale.
I know I was telling you guys how I
He got-
hated
he
Ronda
knew what was
and
coming.
this and
That's
that,
what
but
happened
now
Yeah.
it's like
You kind of feel bad for
I
him.
feel really fucking bad.
me
Like I feel bad.
I feel real bad about it.
Like she probably went backstage crying.
she's
'Cause
dead.
she did not handle that other loss badly.
she doesn't.
Not when
And
you
she's
go
not
on.
gonna handle this
one.
You
She's-
go on talk shows and start crying your ass off. Like, dude, Misha Tate said it. She questioned where her head was.
She's on Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
No, she was on
Tomorrow.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah,
deal
Ellen
with
just
this.
balling.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, didn't expect
I had a
that.
feeling that she just. Well, since the Ultimate Fighter, you saw her real personality, and this is where this comes from. I was like, wow, like Ronda seems like she got some issues or something. But
There's a lot of family issues.
and not only that, but
mean, her dad
like
did kill
she was
herself.
just
Or
well,
himself.
But not only that, but like she was just like a fucking bitch, dude. Like
Well,
Un-
her mom
un-
was a fucking
unreasonable
royal
bitch.
cunt to her also.
She does not know how to deal with. She's very insecure. She does not know how to deal with prying eyes. That is very difficult.
yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah, read her book. It's the
you
whole.
read her book?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I kind
What
of.
the fuck?
I
Yeah.
knew about her personality.
What do you mean for sure?
She's an
No,
introvert.
I've never even read any of like my guy like male favorite
and,
fighters.
Tyson, like I've read a bunch of them. Jay
Oh,
Z.
no shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, I dive deep in
Hold on,
reading.
Hold on. Here
Yeah,
we
me
go.
too. But I just
Who's the
never
greatest
found-
power forward in the NBA history?
In NBA history?
Yes.
Michael Jordan. I'm just
Michael
joking.
Jordan was not a power
I don't
I
know
know
who
nothing.
plays
Two
what
out of
positions.
this.
I don't know.
Two out of
I got
this.
zero
Like I
basketball.
said, I eat,
Come on.
breathe. I eat, breathe.
Come on,
that
hold
shit.
on. I'm
and
making
dead.
a point.
I
I'm
don't
making
know
a point. I'm making a
Cameras
point.
are dead. That
Listen.
one is.
I'm making a point.
The blue light just went
The
off on
greatest
it.
power forward in NBA history.
Is?
You guys just proved my point. Tim Duncan. You didn't even know, right? Couldn't even think about it.
No, but I know who Tim Duncan is.
No,
I do
because
know
he
who
was
he
an
is, but I
introvert.
don't have
He's
a
an
lot of
introvert.
basketball info.
No, I know. I know who
But
Tim
listen
Duncan
to
was.
me, he's an introvert, and it never was about him. He was a
Team
quiet
player.
dominator. He was a quiet dominator.
Yeah, but that comes to my other point that I was
to
saying
me, when
it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
of Rousey, it comes to mind because she does not know how to deal with having that fame and that.
She
weight.
did initially.
Honestly, that was the